Hey, it's Dr. Kimarie, and I hope you're having an amazing day so far. I want to ask you, where do you feel stuck in your life? Where do you feel held back, or maybe things are heavy, or just feel like you can't move forward in this area of your life? And then the question would be, how could you be getting in your own way? So let's talk about that. How do we get in our own way? We're getting our own way mostly in our mind, because we always have these two voices, right? You know, the devil and the angel, we'll call them. But I like to call them the town idiots and the inner wisdom. And the town idiots will take us out of the game every day of the week. They will keep us separated from the ones we love. They will keep us in opposition. They will keep us in confusion. They will keep us in all the smallness of life, all the lack energy. So what brings us back into connection, into wholeness, is to quiet that mind, quiet those town idiots. But when we are going through stress, what happens literally is that we go from the prefrontal cortex, which is problem solving, is where we can just see the bigger picture, we can see the aerial view. But when we get triggered, our brain goes from here, goes back to the reptilian brain, where we are in fight or flight. When we are in a fight or flight, we just fall into this illusion that everything is against us and we are under attack. And it's very hard to solve a problem in that energy, in that part of our brain. It's really almost impossible. It's meant for one thing: to run from a bear, to run from a mountain lion. It is not meant for problem solving. So and what happens is that when we get that trigger, like I said, is when we get knocked off. And then we get what I like to say, spiritual attack. We get the town idiots to come in. Well, they said that, that happened, so that means this. And this happened, so that means that. And then you create a story. So while the facts might be true, the story that we create about the person and how they meant to do this, and they're this, and they are only think of themselves, and they try to hurt you, and they don't respect you, or all of those things, then we end up creating this story. And the problem with that is that story is heavy to carry. Because then that story, if you really break it down, if all these people are out to get you, then that must mean there's something wrong with you, or that you are unlovable, right? So underneath all that is a core belief that is not true. It's kind of like having a computer with all your tabs up, and you're not even aware that they are just draining you. And that's what happens, and that's what keeps us stuck. So what we want to do is really notice when we feel that trigger. There's always a feeling in our body, and it's not a good feeling. It's a heavy feeling. It's a tense feeling. It's a tightness. When we feel that, we know that we're now giving those town idiots a voice. We're investing in that story. And the story is not true. Well, facts may happen. Things may happen. Somebody might cancel plans with you, but that doesn't mean that they take advantage of you. They're disrespectful. You're not lovable. Nobody respects you anyway. Like all the things that we tell ourselves. So those are small examples, but there are people that carry big resentments. Those big resentments are usually carried by the most kind and loving people, the people that do the most, right? There's a lot of angry givers in this world. And I don't like to call people that, because I was definitely feeling that way many, many times in my life, where you give and you give from a place of just, open heart, and then you feel like people walk on you. You feel like you're being abused. You feel like you're not being respected. You feel like you're being taken advantage of. And I want to say that we still have to clear that away, because that is only holding us back. that resentment that we hold is only going to keep us down. So it's yes, there are tools that I love to teach people on how to get clear on investing your energy. Not that you should put walls up. A lot of people say, well, you have to create boundaries, but what they really mean are walls. And so there is a fine line there. It is about keeping your heart open. It is about being the person that wants to love and give, but also wants to love and give and receive, right? But sometimes life hands us things, hands us lemons to learn something, to grow, to be able to overcome. You know, spiritual lessons, the hard ones especially, I call them, they're like life's spiritual workouts. They are there to give us muscles, to allow to adapt and overcome, to be able to still open your heart after feeling taken advantage of, feeling taken for granted, feeling just heartbroken. It's being able to still open up and still keep your power in the process, which is what I feel like my whole message is about, creating empowerment, right? It's about being able to keep your power, learn how to keep your power, realizing no one can ever take it from you, ever, ever, ever. Every single time we are feeling that way, we have given our power away, right? Because if we're truly giving, we're giving from a place of love, we're giving from a place of non-attachment, then we would, you know, if we feel that the relationships or interactions are not balanced moving forward, we get to decide whether we want to give into that situation anymore or not. Maybe we say we want more reciprocal relationships or interactions. Maybe we say, I'm only giving out of the goodness of my heart. I don't want anything in return, or I don't expect or need anything in return. I realize, just like these videos, that if I give here, I might get over here. I'm doing this for free, right? I'm not making money on this. I'm doing this from the goodness of my heart. And I'm trusting that I'll be taken care of, right? I'll be taken care of in other ways. I'm doing it from a place of faith. So I say that back to say, we want to take the heavy cloak of resentment. We want to take that stuckness. We want to take all these things off of us, realizing that they are only going to keep us stuck. So again, I said there's the town idiots, and then there's that small, still voice where you know. And when I work with clients, what I do is I bring them through a process to help them to quiet the town idiots and hear the still voice more, and create more of a relationship over here where you can hear it on your own, where you can, we all get red flags. We all get inspiration. We all get intuition. We already know what it feels like. We already know what feels right. It's just that we spend a lot of times entertaining the town idiots, and it gets confusing. And so I teach tools to cultivate this more, so we aren't so confused and we aren't so stuck, and we see where we are getting in our own way. That's my message for today. How are you getting in your own way? It's not a blame thing. It's just a blind spot, realizing those blind spots. We all have them. And what can I do to help you? Or, what questions do you have? Or what comments do you have? Put it in the post. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you have an amazing day. Please subscribe to my channels. Bye-bye.